Ever wonder why you chase the wrong people? Or pull back when someone gets too close? Why love can feel safe one moment, then threatening the next? Today on The Observer's Handbook, we're exploring the psychology behind it all. Attachment theory explains how we bond, react, and behave in close relationships. And according to leading research, including the work of Amir, Levine, and Rachel Heller, there are 4 core attachment styles: anxious, avoidant, secure, and disorganized. Each one shapes how we deal with intimacy, how we handle space, how we respond to love. So let's walk through each clearly, calmly, and deeply. 1. Anxious attachment. People with anxious attachment often feel like they love harder than others. They crave closeness, but fear it won't last. They overthink, text more than they should, and constantly seek reassurance. If someone doesn't reply quickly, they may spiral into panic. Their thoughts race. Did I do something wrong? Are they losing interest? What if they leave? This isn't clinginess, it's the activation of a sensitive attachment system. In Attached, Levine explains that anxiously attached people grew up with caregivers who were inconsistent. Sometimes they felt loved, other times ignored. The message they received was, love is unstable. And when love feels unstable, you chase it harder, thinking you can fix the distance. Anxious types often ignore red flags because they fear abandonment more than mistreatment. They may confuse anxiety with passion and misread unpredictability as chemistry. But what anxious people need most is not to stop feeling. It's to stop feeling unsafe. They thrive when they're with secure partners who answer directly, who don't disappear, and who show them love without tests. 2. Avoidant attachment. Avoidant types want connection, but they're terrified of losing their independence. They were often raised in environments where emotions were downplayed or dismissed altogether. When they were sad, no one asked why. When they were scared, no one came closer. So they learned, don't rely on anyone. Handle it on your own. And now, as adults, they protect themselves through distance. Avoidance can be charming, even romantic early on, but when things get emotionally intense, they pull away. They say they need space, they criticize their partner's flaws, they become emotionally unavailable when love gets too close. These are called deactivating strategies, mental habits that keep others at arm's length. They might say things like, she's great, but I'm just not sure I'm ready. Or, he's amazing, but something feels off. In truth, the closer they get, the more exposed they feel and their nervous system kicks in to escape. But behind that fear is vulnerability they rarely show. Avoidant types don't need to stop valuing independence. They need to understand that true closeness doesn't erase identity. Real intimacy respects boundaries while building trust. 3. Secure attachment. Secure individuals are the ones who make relationships feel stable without making them feel dull. They know how to give space without withdrawing. They know how to express needs without blame. They're not afraid to love, and they're not afraid to let go if love becomes toxic. Secure people usually grew up with caregivers who were emotionally available. When they cried, someone held them. When they needed help, someone showed up. So now, as adults, they trust that others will do the same. In Attached, secure partners are described as reliable, consistent, and emotionally responsive. They don't manipulate, they don't test, and they don't disappear without warning. If they feel something is off, they say it. If they need something, they ask. They don't feed the chase because they don't fear closeness. And here's the truth, everyone is capable of becoming more secure. Security is not a personality type. It's a skill set built through healing self-awareness and choosing emotionally mature partners. 3. Disorganized attachment. This is the rarest and most intense attachment style, also called fearful avoidant. It carries traits of both anxious and avoidant styles, often shifting rapidly between the two. Disorganized types grew up in homes filled with chaos, trauma, or unpredictability. Love felt like a trap. The same people who offered affection also caused pain. This creates a nervous system wired for confusion. They crave intimacy, but fear what it will cost. They want connection but expect betrayal. So they pull others in, then push them away. They idealize someone, then fear they'll get hurt, and sabotage the bond. It's not a game, it's survival. They are managing deep internal conflict while desperately trying to feel safe. The book Attached touches on this dynamic through the lens of mixed signals and push-pull cycles. These people often feel intense chemistry followed by fear, followed by withdrawal, then regret. Healing disorganized attachment is possible, but it takes time and often professional support. It starts with learning self-regulation, recognizing internal triggers, and forming relationships where safety is consistent, not conditional. 5. The observer's take. So, where do you see yourself? You might feel anxious in some relationships, avoidant in others, secure when you feel safe, and disorganized when old trauma gets triggered. That's normal. Attachment is not fixed. It evolves through relationship self-reflection and conscious healing. The goal isn't to change who you are, it's to understand who you've been, and choose where you want to go. Become secure enough to stop chasing what hurts. Secure enough to speak your needs without fear. Secure enough to love without losing yourself. That's the power of attachment awareness. That's how we stop repeating patterns and start building connection that feels like peace, not survival. See the unseen. Control the game.